What is good, everybody? This is Ian Walker. You guys know what it is. I am here doing some live drawing. I wanted to take the time to kind of do some, before I started on my next piece, I wanted to take the time and do a different type of, do something different before I took on the new piece, so that I can apply that to my next drawing. So right now I'm streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and I'm trying Picarto for the first time. I was just introduced to this the other day, so I'm checking that out, seeing how that works out. If it does work out, then hey. Let's see here. So what I've done here is I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be practicing my anatomy, and I'm going to be drawing the arm here in different shapes, or different views and different shapes, just so that I can lock that down better. Give me 1 second. I'm going to move this here so I can type in the information I need. Get my reference up. I'm trying to see, maybe this is better for you guys here, if you see me do. Doing that better here. Anyways, feel free to leave comments, questions, any concerns you might have with me. Questions. Be happy to take any of your comments and things, so please do so. All right, so I'm going to bring up some reference right now. I always like to use Pinterest. Pinterest is a so there's a lot of interesting methods on how people go about doing arms and stuff. I'm a person who likes a very simplified. I like to learn the anatomy pieces, what they are, and bring them all together to create the actual, shape of everything together. But before I take something on, what I want to do is create create a general shape. I am a very firm believer in making sure that your shapes are on point. I think if you don't have the shape foundation there, it's going to be very difficult for you to get things right. Let me move this camera up so that I can do that to you like that. There we go. Let's do it right now. Let's keep that slanted like that. All right. So I put in the shapes of the drawing here. I'm gonna do this here. Move this out like that. I'm gonna keep everything up here. I still want to see you guys questions and everything in case you ask me questions. So I'll keep that up there. All right. So shape language. So first thing I'm going to start out with is just again coming in with and to me the arm has a lot of circles and triangles. So establishing that and bringing in the muscle groups there that way. Notice there's a muscle here. The drawing I'm looking at has a muscle there. This here typically is the end of the muscle there, so I'm just going to make a point there for a point of reference. And what I'm doing is I'm simply just drawing in everywhere the muscles are on this reference that I have. This particular one has two muscles. So again, I just draw the ovals. If they overlap, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. And then the cylinder comes here. Okay. All right. So that is my arm here. This is how I'm approaching it. There's no side of the elbow, the bone there on that end. Now when we go into draw, which is what I will do in a moment when I sketch out the arm shape. Oh, by the way, if the music is a little much, please let me know in the stream in the comments too, please. If it's a little much, I'm having a feeling it's probably a little much. Try to fill it just a little bit more. There we go. All right. So another arm here, just like so. Now this one here, I always like to start off the shoulder as a circle because generally that is the shape of the arm as a whole, but there is a triangle shape there, sort of a curved triangle shape. So again, I go in and draw based on what I'm seeing here. Okay. Now this shape here is a little interesting because it comes in two kind of shapes a little bit. So this is here's going to be longer here. Okay. And you're just going to observe your eyes on where these circles go. Okay. Now there are a lot of muscles and things in the arms. The best thing to do is just observe where those are. That's what I do. And now this is freehanding. Now I'm able to freehand based on what I see because I've been drawing for so long. When I start my art courses, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be utilizing having you all do tracing. I am a huge proponent of tracing. I think it is an extremely effective tool, and I think it needs to be used more. It needs to be used more. I mean, pure and simple. So right here, So when you're drawing these muscles, what is a good idea is to, if you can, you are encouraged to kind of remember the names. Not kind of. You are encouraged to remember the names of these muscles. It is important. Um, this was something I tried to avoid doing, but I found that it kind of was to my detriment when I kind of went this lazy route. So really go ahead and mark off the names of these muscles so that you know what they are. Because once you know what they are, you know where to place them. You know how it works. So going back here now, I have I've marked in the I've done and marked everything in a pencil. Now, my biggest recommendation for you all, for two reasons, is to use a ballpoint pen, not a pencil, whenever you're sketching or you're doodling. The first reason is for line confidence. It's easier for you to go back and be frustrated with the mistakes and go back and erase and things like that. You need to get used to the idea of having making it final. And when you do that, you are in effect really solidifying that uh, um, that is there on the paper. Your lines will be much more confident. Just putting it on the paper. And when you do that, it causes you to think. You have to be very cognizant of where you're placing your line, making sure that the observation of where you're putting your line is right. Because once it's there, it's there. That's it. It's over. It's done. Okay. So let's So now I'm going to go in here. Okay, I'm going to start with the inside of this. And what I want you to do is just draw the outlines of Okay. This pen is killing me right now, guys. I need to legit get a ballpoint pen. I don't have one on me, around me at the second, so that's kind of messing me up a little bit. It's okay. Let's see here. Ooh, sorry about that. What I want you to do too is, don't worry about, like, I'm sure you're going to look at some of these drawings and get worried about drawing in the striations and all of that stuff. Don't worry about that. We want to focus and concentrate on getting the name and the position of the muscles in the correct place. That's what we're focusing on. Okay? So don't worry about making sure everything is perfect or whatever the case is. Okay? Just get the muscle down. Okay? So you see there where I placed the line? That's a permanent spot, but it still gives me an idea of where that muscle is, okay? So right here, there are a lot of individual muscles here, as about 2 or 3 different muscles there. But again, we're not worrying about that. We're just wanting to get the muscles down. Okay, and get focused on getting everything in its right place. Okay. And then right here is the muscle there. Okay. Right. Now, right up here, I'm just gonna kind of mark that like that. This is the bone that rests on the top of your shoulders here. Okay, your muscles are connected to the tendon of the bones on here. Okay, so when you draw them, now this is where you're gonna want to go in and afterwards mark and write in what these muscles are. And you're going to be doing this multiple times, guys. I mean, practice, doing these exercises is important. It's important that you do that. So draw your lines. Scapula there, right here. These are the lats, latissimus dorsi. If you're watching, just, to draw along with me. It's all good. Appreciate it. Okay. This is the tendon here. Believe it or not, it's funny because it feels like if you feel on the direct back of your arm, it feels like it could be a muscle, but it's not. It's not. It's your tendon stretching that allows you to bring that in. That tendon snaps your your arm becomes like spaghetti. It's not cute. Okay. Oops, not this one. It's this one. Carpi ulnaris. You're not going to remember all of these. So, if there's a way that you can remember them, do that. I know I'm not going to remember them. Carpi radialis. Okay. And then here, right in here is a tendon. These tendons help with the turning of the wrists. This tendon actually extends all the way down into the hand, into the center of the hand. There's a tendon in the middle of your hand. If you press the middle of your hand in between the two pads on your hands here, between here, you press that. That's what causes your hand to flex, because you're putting pressure on that tendon. Okay. But we're not going in that far yet. We're not going in that far. So this is where you can kind of go in a little bit here. Because this kind of does break off some. So this is the deltoid, the biggest muscle there. And then you have the deltoid posterior here. Which is this one here. And then the triceps. You're not going to remember triceps brachii, so just write tricep. It's fine. Okay. All right. And that's what that is. Now is the time when you can go in and kind of put in any striations and stuff like that if you want to. But don't worry about that stuff while you're drawing. Okay. Right now you're focused on identifying the muscles and getting them in their proper place. Okay. So remember I mentioned there were two muscles in here, so you can divide those muscles up there. Okay. So now whenever I draw these muscles, I'm going to have a way better idea of where these muscles sit and where they stand. You're going to always want to have that information locked in. You can make a few points there. Dots. Okay. Great. So that's done there. We'll go ahead and move on to the next arm here. All right. So this is the front of the muscle here, or I'm sorry, a side view of the muscle here looking straight on. This is the subject's left arm turned towards us. Okay. So again, we got the shapes here that kind of help us as a guide to keep everything straight. So we're gonna now bring this down like this, like that. All right. So it's good too that while I'm drawing, that I'm paying attention to where this is going. This is an elongated type of muscle here. So I need to be cognizant of where that is. Now this is a mistake. See, this is a mistake that I was currently making because I was, with my triceps, I was doing them in a certain way, which wasn't necessarily correct. On a frontal view at rest, I was drawing the arms with the side profile, having this muscle visible on the side. That's incorrect. Now that I've learned. See, and this is why doing this type of stuff is super important, because you learn these things and then you can make those adjustments as you go. Okay. So again, being careful with my line here. Coming here like so. Okay. Bring that down like that here. Having the understanding here that there are muscles here, muscles here. There's a literal band here. Okay. All right. So now, again, going back with this one here and identifying. So deltoid lateral. this one here. And then let's go here. Anterior. Okay. Pectoralis major. Whatever. Pecs. Mr. Pecs. Biceps brachii here. So this muscle here brachialis. Never knew what that was called in the middle. Pronator calves. There. Making some marks there because there are some obvious areas where muscles begin and end. Certain areas here. So this is a major muscle here. This is the, I'm going to come out this way. This is a long name. Brachioradius. I'm not going to remember the name of this. Call this the extensor carpi. Extensor carpi radialis longus. Oh, that's too much dang on name. Extensor digitorum. That sounds like a Harry Potter thing. anytime you think of the word radial, these are the things that allow your forearm to turn without having to turn your elbow up or anything like that. These tendons, these muscles work together to do that. Okay. And we have again, being mindful and careful of where your things are, where your muscles are, or where you've placed your muscles. Extensor carpi, radialis brevis. Is it brevis? Brevis? Maybe that's right. So this is good to know how I need to how to draw, and this is why drawing this type of stuff is important. It's important, or else you're gonna get it wrong. And I've been getting it wrong, which is what I'm learning. I've been getting it wrong. So after I do all of this diagramming, I'm gonna then go back and draw it normal, the way it should be. Okay. So this is the flexor carpi radialis. Yeah, this stuff looks boring. I know some people. I'm sure some people came in here and was like, "What in the world is he doing? Why is he drawing that? That looks so boring. Oh my god!" But you know what? These are the types of things that you gotta do. That's gonna set your drawings apart from most. And this is the type of, unfortunately, the boring stuff that you're just gonna have to get into. You're just gonna have to do it. No getting around it. So there's two of these muscles. So I'm gonna bring this one down here. I don't even know what this is. Abductor pollicis longus. I'm telling you, these things sound like Harry Potter spells. Extensor pollicis brevis. Okay. Extensor pollicis brevis. All right. So now that everything's marked, I could come in here with my fine doesn't have to be perfect. I like to put in the striations after, because I got the most important stuff out of the way. You know, you're never going to be drawing the striations, definite or finite, whatever. So don't worry about all that. loving that I did this today. And the reason why I did this today too was because I was like, my arms are off. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just felt like my arms were just not where I wanted them to be. I said, you know what? Before I take on my next piece, let me go ahead and do some practice. And again, I'm glad I did, because now when I go in and draw my next set of characters, the anatomy of the arms is going to be much better. I expect them to be a lot better. Okay. Here, there. There we have it. Now, once you know that these are done correctly and everything, you can, I like to mark my tendons with X's just so that I know where those are located. Tendon, bone, tendon. Well, these are actually bones, but layer, of course, because your bones wrap around your muscles wrap around your bones. Now, for me, I'm weird. I like to go back over like this. The reason why I like to is because when I'm drawing, this is what it's going to look like. Okay. Looks good. Now what's going to happen is now what you can do with these is after you've drawn them, because you can use these that you've done here. If you make them black enough, you can use them. You could trace over these. In my course, I'm a huge proponent of tracing. So I'm going to be encouraging my students in the class to be tracing a whole lot. Because tracing is important, and what tracing does, it creates muscle memory in your hands, and it creates an automatic memory in your brain as you're drawing as well. It's just automatically over time, it's just going to go straight to, okay, I need to draw an arm. Okay, this goes here, 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 because your brain is taking a photograph kind of what is there, what is expected of it. It already knows, So, you're going to want to make sure that you have that in there, like so. So use these to trace. Keep tracing, build that memory, keep tracing. You have a diagram of what they are, okay? So again, this is the type of thing that I'm going to have my students creating. I'm going to have them creating their own diagrams. I'm going to have them tracing their own diagrams. Then I'm going to have them drawing their own diagrams. And I'm not going to have them doing it from the things that, they're going to trace it from reference and then do it from their mind of how they remember it. Putting in the basic shapes first, as I have here. Okay? And then going forward from there. So this one, I just started drawing this on my own. You know what? Let me go ahead and just do this correctly. I don't want to do this based on my own interpretation of the yarn. So really quick, as I'm looking for my eraser, just want to give. First, I'll say hello. Give props to people who are following me, who are taking a watch right now. If you're watching later on the on-demand, I appreciate you coming through. If you're just watching from YouTube's, make sure you follow me on Instagram, ID Walker Art. Follow me on Twitter, same thing, ID Walker Art. Follow me on Twitch, all of them, ID Walker Art. Or the Art of E&D Walker over on YouTube. And as I mentioned, this is kind of a foreshadow of the classes that I'm going to be putting together. In fact, this video will probably be in my course for my drawing classes. I'm the type of artist that, or teacher, I like to get into the nit-grit right away. So first day, you're going to be drawing. It's going to be no judgment day. It's going to be it's going to be no, just draw as you will. There's no right or wrong. And there's going to be a specific reason why I do that. So if being in the class is something that you're going to be interested in, you'll find out. Okay. All right. So now for this third arm here, I'm going to get started with that. Again, drawing the overall shape of the arms. Okay. Okay. Identifying what that shape is here. Okay. As you're looking at it with the eyes here, you'll be able to see what that is. So now, and again, don't worry about shapes and on all of that. We're just trying to get it down, trying to get the regular shapes on paper. These circles and things are simply guides. They're not the end all be all, and you're going to see that in a moment. Okay. Okay. And then come down here with the band here. Okay. All right. So that's the general overall shape there. Okay. So now it's time to place the line. Again, being intentional with where I place my lines. Okay. It goes straight down. This new discoveries every day. Okay. Placing everything here. So this is a side view of that same arm, turned to the side, and this is the way that I was drawing arms before. So you see how that's not correct? Okay. So go in with the individuals here. So now you get to go in here. So these are going to be very similar to the one right here. So tricep brachia here. Tricep brachia tendon. And then the brachialis. And the tricep brachia here. So this is a new little thing that I'm learning here. The anconeus. I think that's it's like a little bit inside the tendon. I think that's the funny bone. They call it the funny bone, but that's where you bump that and that weird little arrow happens. I think that's what that is. Let's see here. So the brachia radialis, extensor carpi longus. I'm just gonna write everything over again because I don't want to mess it up. I've got a diagram here, and if I'm not careful, I can confuse where everything is. That wouldn't be good. Brachioradialis here. I wouldn't be surprised if medical students, how they remembered, if they're Harry Potter fans, like that's how they legit remembered their muscles. That would not surprise me at all. Okay, so right here, the extensor digitorum. That's funny. Anatomical snuff box muscle groups. That is these. Right. So these are the snuff box muscle groups here. Okay. So now we can go in with the striations. Here. bone that rests right on the top of your shoulder. That comes right off the. It's weird. It's like connected, but not. It's interesting. That tandem. All right. Then go back around, go back up in here, and so what did you learn today, Ian? You learned that arms shaped in front of you are not smooth to the side, they're to the front. So it's not going to be showing that tendon. And also the way I've been drawing, I have not been showing that tendon either. That tendon has to be shown when it's at the side. What I do is I need to show that tendon, but then I need to go in with, when the skin is over that muscle, then I can put in the details for that there. But that side needs to always be showing. Depending on how yoked that person is, their tendons are going to be bigger or smaller, of course. And I can draw that accordingly. So. All right. We like that there. All right. So, this is my full diagram on arms. Okay. Yeah, this is where we're at. So practicing these on a regular basis is going to be important. Learning this anatomy is going to be essential. I know I've already learned quite a bit from practicing like this already. And now understanding why my arms was looking a little funky. You know what? It's okay that they looked a little funky. If I didn't recognize that and make the changes, I would be still doing the same exact thing. But always be willing to learn. I've been drawing for years. Okay? But learning that, what you're doing isn't always correct is going to be essential for growth. Because we always need to find points where we can improve. I'm a huge proponent of always being willing to learn, adjust opinions, and viewpoints on certain matters. And especially when it comes to my craft, I want to make sure I put out the best work I can. So in order to do that, I've got to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to make sure everything is good and accurate. So now I have a tracing guide of anatomy here for arms that I can always refer back to if I need some clarification on points where the arms are. and where everything belongs. This little cluster of muscles in here, providing that additional kind of yokedness, if you will, to the arms. Not realizing that. It's just cool doing these things. You see why it's always just so important. Why, you know, it used to be a pet peeve of mine when I heard artists say, yeah, man, learn your anatomy. My anatomy's good already, damn it. I don't need to learn more anatomy. Stop telling me that. Foolish boy. Foolish boy. Learn your anatomy. Take a seat. Yeah, don't be afraid of it, man. Okay. All right. Mess that up, son. All right, guys. So I'm going to take a break, walk around for a little bit. I'm not going to stay on the stream. But I'm going to take this and do a little something with it. Hopefully be able to record it or something. But yeah, so this is where we're at. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take this and maybe learn some things. And that's it for now, guys. So thank you very much for watching. And I may be back on later tonight to actually start on a new project, a new drawing. I'm going to be drawing John Stewart, the Green Lantern, as the next superhero, as part of my Black superhero, DC superhero project, or series. So look out for that. And now I can apply what I've learned here to that work, and it'll be much more accurate, right? Right. So, anyways, thanks so much. I will catch you guys later. Take care.